Chris from Boston, Massachusetts writes to me, Paul, I've come across the term absolute polarity in audio forums and articles, and I'm trying to wrap my head around what it actually means in practical terms. I understand it has something to do with the waveform being inverted, but how much of an impact does that really have on what we hear? Some people claim they can tell right away when polarity is flipped. Others say it's inaudible or subtle at best. Is this something I should be paying attention to when setting up my system? Yeah, but let's define what absolute polarity means and why it actually might matter to you. Okay, so absolute polarity is we've talked about phase before, right? But it basically means that when the musical signal starts generating a voltage, which we know starts moving our loudspeaker drivers forward or backward, and as they move back and forth, it pressurizes the air forward and backwards. The very first impact is either going to go this way, which will pull the speaker back, or it's going to go this way, up, and push the speaker forward. So the idea is, you want to match what the music is doing, basically, right? So that very first transient, if it's going up, it pushes the speaker out. If the absolute polarity is wrong, and you can just simply swap the red and black terminals, the speaker cables, just put them to opposite ones, and then as a positive waveform comes, it's going to suck the speaker back. That's inverting the polarity or the phase of your music. And that's something we don't recommend doing, obviously. I don't ever know what happened to him, but Polarity George, he claimed he could hear absolute polarity differences every single time and had a pretty good track record of it. I don't think it was perfect, and I don't think it's something that most people really can hear, but it is something you'd want to pay attention to, and it's something that I make a point of simply hooking red to red, black to black, making sure that the amplifier, the preamplifier, whatever it is you're working with, does not invert polarity or phase. So if you look at most digital processors, DACs, right? They have a phase inversion switch. Now that phase inversion, that's the absolute polarity, once again. So some tracks are recorded in the opposite polarity. I don't know why, but they are. And people that are ultra sensitive to that can click it and change it. It's worth trying, but honestly, I just don't find most people can hear the difference. If, for example, someone were to sneak into the listening lab and flip the polarity without me knowing it, I'll bet when I go in and listen, I'm not going to notice anything different. There's all kinds of things that have happened, do happen. I hear it instantly. That is not one of them. Okay? Thanks. Bye.